Exclusive inside the hangar on the center of the $1 billion Airbus Qatar jet dispute. Doha. 2 high-tech Airbus A350 jets sit down idle with their home windows taped and engines included in a floodlit hangar within the Gulf, hobbled via an global criminal dispute between European business massive Airbus and Qatar's national provider. From a distance, the planes might appear like another long-haul jetliners crowding the busy Doha hub. But a rare on-site go-to by means of reporters showed what regarded to be proof of damage to the floor of parts of the wings, tail and hull. The two planes, well worth around $300 million mixed consistent with analysts, are amongst 23 grounded A350s on the center of a $1 billion London court conflict over whether the damage represents a potential safety hazard, something Airbus strongly denies. The planes have been grounded by using Qatar's regulator after premature paint erosion uncovered harm to a metal sublayer that provides protection to the fuselage from lightning moves. Other airlines hold to fly the A350 after European regulators declared the aircraft safe. Journalists had been granted uncommon first-hand admission to after inquiring for the go-to on the sidelines of an airline enterprise meeting within the Qatari capital, Doha, this week. Sporadic floor flaws at the A350s viewed through protected and elongated stretch of blistered and cracked or lacking paint along the roof or crown of the jets. In a few regions together with on the curved wingtips, the protective lightning mesh that sits among the hull and the paint appeared uncovered and corroded. In other elements it regarded to be lacking, leaving regions of the composite hull uncovered. The paint on the tail of one of the A350s emblazoned with Qatar Airways' maroon Arabian Oryx logo changed into pockmarked through cracked and lacking paint that uncovered the layer below. Saw small areas of what regarded to be fraying or delaminated carbon threads at the hull and so-called rivet rash, or lost paint from fastener heads on the primary wing areas. Airbus and Qatar Airways had no immediately comment on findings. Shares in Airbus were down 3% on Wednesday morning. Erosion. Airbus recognizes best flaws to the A350s, but denies they pose any protection danger because of the quantity of backup systems and tolerance built into the design. Qatar Airways has argued this couldn't be recognized till similarly analysis, and is refusing to take more of the planes. Airbus has argued that a few paint erosion is a feature of the carbon composite generation used to construct all modern long-haul jets, a vital trade-off for weight financial savings. It says the cracks are caused by the way paint, anti-lightning fabric called ECF, and the composite shape have interaction. The tail does no longer all include the ECF foil, prompting a debate over whether or not damage there comes from the identical problem. Qatar Airways has wondered Airbus rationalization, telling a UK courtroom its comparable Boeing NYSE, BA 787s do not have the equal problems. Amid masses of pages of conflicting technical court filings offered by means of each facets, has not been able to verify independently the purpose of the damage. Qatar Airways Chief Executive Akbar Al-Baker and Airbus Chief Executive Guillaume Faury had the opportunity to mingle at some point of the three-day industry collecting in Qatar this week. Asked whether or not the connection had stepped forward after the event, which covered the two guys seated subsequent to each other over dinner, Al-Baker counseled the two aspects remain some distance aside. On a non-public level, one am pals with all of us, however, in terms of an difficulty with my company, then it is a extraordinary story. If matters have been settled, we might no longer be nevertheless looking ahead to a trial to occur next year, he told a information convention. Faury said this week he become in dialogue with the airline and stated, development inside the experience that we're communicating. One of the airline enterprise's maximum senior officers voiced issues after the Doha assembly that the dispute ought to have a toxic impact on contractual ties throughout the industry. It might be tons higher if we have been coping with pals that than dealing within the courts, Willie Walsh, Director General of the International Air Transport Association, told Newshounds.